Yo, lads!
We're back.
He started me in mid-yawn. Okay, so, we already did red. So we have 6 more choices. Will it be Asilis?
I forget what you did.
Will it be blue?
Was it Emelia?
Will it be Ricky? Will it be T2? Will it be Loot?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Amelia. I did Amelia because hers is not super crazy like a Ricky or Asilis. It's kind of like in the middle.
It's pretty straightforward, but I almost feel like it has the most, other than Asilis, it probably has the most cohesive narrative.
Yeah. Yeah, Asilis' narrative gets a little...
I guess at the end it gets
I actually agree. Asilis' really does have, like, the most full story. So...
Like, when I was a kid, I always thought it was Red, but when I rewatched your Red playthrough, it's like, there's a lot of times when they just dump you somewhere and just, like, figure out what to do.
Yeah, Asilis' actually does, now that I think about it, does make a lot of sense.
And, like, she has, like, a home and, like, a boyfriend.
So this is the past. She's like, how should I make up with him? I forgive you for yesterday. No, that's too mean. That's every woman. Am I right, lads? It was my fault. That's not something you're going to hear, right? Right? But it really wasn't. Right, Nick?
I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of self-help books, so I'm all about apologizing all the time for any reason. Just so I don't have to argue, because who has the time for that?
That is totally what
Dude,
I do.
I'm gonna tell you the God's honest truth.
Just leave me alone
Every single day, I will apologize for something I don't feel like I should apologize for, whether it's the store or my marriage or whatever. Because you know what's easier than being like, no, actually, it's your fault. You know what's easier? Hey, it's my fault. Okay, let's go get food.
I probably say sorry at CIB. I'm gonna say at least 10 times a day, for whatever reason.
Sometimes it is my fault. Like
even if we're sold out of something, I'm just like, sorry. Looks like we're sold out.
So
maybe you guys are Canadian.
Did you see that guy? Did you see that guy
I
that
do
just
say sorry pretty much?
See that guy that just ran out?
Tim Horton.
That's her husband, and her husband is dead.
Timbits.
He had some type of mask on. He looked like the Joker in a deck of cards. He must have killed my... Why do you keep asking me the same question? And then Fuse, who's awesome, and is also a guy, by the way. Quarreling yesterday.
Hair. Look at it.
Yeah,
I used to have hair like that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I always thought Fuse was a girl, but Fuse is a lad. Also, when you check their character page, literally, why did you kill him? That's what I want to know. With that hair. A good cop. I can't believe what I heard. He was dating a tramp like you. Now tell me why you shot him. Was it rage, jealousy, or did someone else hire you? Well, guess what? Uh-oh, and now she's in prison. And that's the end of the story. So let's start the crazy story. This is a warden's favorite pastime. So today's your lucky day. There's a chance to earn the freedom you've learned for, to get away from the stinking heck hole. So the Center of Despair is a giant stone on which the freedom rune is inscribed. It'll grant a pardon to the one who manages to touch the stone. So that 5 minutes does not mean anything, because the first time I was playing this, it took me like a million hours, because I kept falling asleep. It was before, I think it was before Ash and them got back. Yeah, it definitely was. So I was like literally down here in the middle of the day, and I like fell asleep every like 10 minutes. I was like, oh yeah, I'm practicing Saga Frontier.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who does that.
So this is Liza. She is the best character in the game, as we learned in Red's Quest. And you get her automatically, which is pretty nice. Also, watch this costume change. Boom! So the goal this time is we're going to do probably the first 3 or 4 missions. There's like 6 or 7 missions that Emelia does. And her story really, technically, doesn't have too much going on. I gotta remember which way I was going. 'Cause it's been like 2 weeks. Bum bum.
Sorry.
So I'll tell you the honest truth. I listen to the Saga Frontier soundtrack literally every day at the store, and no one can stop me. Like today, I played it all 9 hours because it's like a 4-hour soundtrack, so I played it like twice.
It's a good soundtrack.
Light bazooka. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. I didn't do that last time. I did that on the fly. Okay. So I guess he comes back in when you get that. Anyway, so we're going to equip the light bazooka. Emelia is the weakest character in the history of the world. Just compare anything from these low numbers, high numbers, medium numbers, low numbers.
Annie doesn't seem too great either, but yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna drop Annie like a ton of bricks once we can.
Do you drop, can you drop Emelia, or do they force you to use her?
It's a good question. Take it. Speedruns in this game, of course, want to skip a lot of enemies, and at this point they're pretty weak, but, I mean, Emelia has literally 50 life, so we should get a little bit up. It's surprising you really do not... She might be dead. Almost. It's surprising you really do not have to get strong at all to do the first, like, 4 missions, but then the 5th mission becomes, like, super, super hard. Which is why, like I said, I'm going to do, like, absolutely no side quests to begin with. I'm just going to get my characters and kind of go. Okay, so I think I go...
Dude, every game that I play that's not Saga Frontier, I'm just like, I want to move as fast as Saga Frontier.
I know. It's so good. Saga Frontier, as we said last time during Red's Quest, has a lot of issues. It's a game that if it had 6 months more of development would be like
number one is
goat.
It's totally unfinished. Number two, they obviously rushed on basically all the missions for all the characters.
What if they released it like this with like a day 1 patch?
Yeah, if only it was 2019 for that.
Like if they, let's say they completely recode it for I don't know, Switch, PS4, whatever.
You'd have to add a lot because this game is pretty unfinished. Like, it's playable, don't get me wrong, it's very playable, but there's a lot of it that you're just like, why is this like this?
Is whoever made the game or directed it still around?
Yes. So yeah, technically it could happen.
He still makes Saga games.
Yeah.
Is he still in charge of them or whatever?
I don't know about that, unfortunately. So for Liza to be able to do 75 damage by just punching is like amazing at this point, like for how weak all the characters are. And also the fact that Emelia goes before any enemy because she's just so freaking weak and slow is amazing. Oh, I went in a circle. Cool. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I did this, so apologies if I get a little bit lost here. I wanted to practice yesterday, but then I'll tell you the honest truth, I didn't. I guess I can't go there. It's... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Emelia. Or, Annie. Thank you, Annie. Yeah, that's right. Okay, good. So I was only 1 off. But it's good. I got the shell shield, so... Say that 10 times fast. Am I right, lads?
Wow, you are right.
Thank you, Nick. Okay, ready for no battles here? Ah, dang it. I don't know how you're supposed to not get in any battles there. I know you can, but... I had no luck.
That's me in the front left.
Oh, yeah. Also, for any character to go before Liza means they are very, very fast. So that bird has extreme quickness, because Liza's just a 10 out of 10 character. And anybody who you can get him, like, in their quest, your quest is better instantly. It's just one of those characters. And she learns stuff super quick, and yeah. Basically, she's my waifu, and you cannot have her. Okay. Actually, probably Asalus would be my waifu, but I don't know how that works out, being a half mystic.
Yeah, it looks like throughout the years he has done a lot of the evilest Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy 12 and some other ones like that. And then he does some Saga games still, like the most recent one was called Saga Scarlet Grace for Vita. That one came out in 2016. His name is Akitoshi Kawazu.
Shoutouts to Kawazu Ikitoshi. Akitoshi Kawazu. I forget. Sorry. I know you're listening.
We're too American for this.
Yeah, and I'm just a big idiot, so apologies.
Wait.
And I can't pronounce anything ever.
Do I? Why'd you tell me to come down here?
Because you wanted to troll you.
Yeah, I feel like it. Do I jump on the conveyor belt? No. Do I? What?
I didn't.
I can open these? That's cool. Do I go up here? I honestly kind of forget. Apologies, gentlemen.
We're just apologizing for everything.
I know. I apologize for everything that happens in my life.
What? You've already been here.
I know.
He's going in circles.
Okay. Why'd you tell me to go down there? I was here. What the heck?
You should practice more.
Yeah, I should practice more. Okay, so I definitely know it's up here, and it's over here. Maybe I'm not going to follow her next time. I'm just going to go up and just deal with it. Hello? Okay. I guess the enemies despawned in here. But you're going to stay forever? There we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, so close. I will say after I do this, it's smooth sailing because the rest of the missions and stuff are super easy. So, at least you get our glorious commentary, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm really giving it my all.
Nick really is. Nick, tell us about what you think about the leveling system in Saga Frontier.
I find it extremely confusing. I don't understand it at all. I've tried to read up on it, and I still don't get it.
Dude, like, everyone online, for anything for this game, they're just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
The official strategy guide for this game is completely wrong for almost everything. Like, they have a, what do you call it, a bestiary, and they have HP values and stuff, and it is not even remotely correct.
Well, don't they usually write those, like, while the game is still in development?
Yeah, I mean, it could be different.
Later.
But I mean, it's pretty much confirmed that Saga Frontier has like HP scaling depending on how strong you are. So like Earth Dragon can have like I don't know, like 200,000 to like 1,000,000 HP or something. But like in the strategy guide, it'll be like Earth Dragon 50,000 HP.
And you do 50,000 in like 2 turns, and you're like,
one combo you can do 50,000.
You're like, okay. Yeah, the scaling in this game is very interesting. Like, obviously, every RPG you start out very weak and then become very strong. But for this one in particular, I feel like you start out so weak, and then eventually work your way up.
It's an interesting game because since your HP can only be maxed out at 999, and honestly, like, enemies at minimum do like 20, 30, 40 damage, like, at all times. Unless you have really good equipment. But the way that HP refills every battle, it's always just like a close call every single battle.
Yeah. I mean, if I often like kind of bring that up as like a question for game design, where it's like, okay, take a game and change one thing about it and make it unplayable. So like that's something for this game.
Oh, like Saga Frontier, you don't get your HP back.
Yeah, then it's unplayable.
It would
then it's just because like the thing is, you don't get a lot of items. You know, like, this game isn't about, do I get, I get 2, oh wow, you get 4 shots at that, that's cool. But this game isn't about items. You have a backpack that one character has that you can use, like, cures and stuff like that. But it's like, it's not heavily, set on items, you know?
It's crazy that Emelia is so weak, yet is already not getting any stats, not even HP up from these battles, so they're just completely worthless battles.
Okay, so I definitely go down here then. So my question is, where the heck do I go? So I'm here, right?
You're back in that main area. Not main area, but where you were before.
Just hit that X button next to the conveyor belt as hard as you can.
Okay, so that's not that. There's something I'm missing here. Is it here? No. Is it here?
I'll just look at this speaker.
Please, thank you. Wait a minute. What if it's
isn't it down
here? I think it's down here. Holy moly. Yeah, this is literally it. Sorry, everyone. But yeah, like I was saying, this game isn't about, like, item management, whereas every other RPG I can think of, or almost everyone, is, like, heavily precedented on, like, the items you have. You know, the offensive items you use, and the defensive and the items for healing. This game is more about just, like, battling, and again, like, because, you know, you start out on FF7 with, like, what, like, 400 life or something like that, right? But, like, enemies take, like, 7, right? They're taking, like, less than a percentage. Ah! They're taking, like, less than a percentage, but for this one, like, imagine that first battle with Emelia, the first person hit him for 41 out of 50 life, you know? So if you didn't get your life back, it would be like, oh, wow, this game's unplayable, I quit. I like to think about that for other games, too. Like...
Yeah, I would say that if I was designing an RPG, I would probably go with something along the lines of Saga Frontier, where it's difficult per battle, but you get replenished like stats between battles.
There's less micromanaging, which is nice.
Because even in like some of my favorite RPGs, like the whole like you have to have 1 million items or you have to maintain your MP at all times so you can heal after every battle is not super fun.
This is so tough, guys. Can you believe it? I made it.
It is incredible.
It is a little awkward because the angle is like really weird. It's not like a 45 degree
So this
angle.
is the first boss. I'm gonna save over this Yorkland one.
Look at that 3-hour red save.
Yeah, this isn't... I don't think this is my official memory card, because I know I was further than that in the quest I did for Red. So I have to find my other memory card, because at some point I gotta beat all 7 and put them all on here. So, when you go to do the victory rune, as part of the rune quest, you always have to fight this guy. But because it's so early in the game, you fight, like, quite literally a mini version of him, which is it's tiny and a lot easier than the other one. Okay. And do you have anything? No, you just have air throw. Whoa! Okay.
Nice!
Also, literally combinations are like, if you don't have, like, a book of them, you're like, what do?
Yeah, and unfortunately there's one quest in this game, Ricky's, that literally the final boss, the only way you can do actual damage is doing combos. So if you...
Ooh. No!
Wow, that is insane.
No!
Wasn't Suplex the one you were having, like,
I think so.
Issues for?
Usually it's Babel Crumble. Or Babel Crumble.
Oh yeah, because this
did
game,
as much
when you
damage
get,
as
like...
the combo.
Once you have so many stats, like, getting, like, lower level attacks is harder.
It's harder. So Suplex is a level 4, which is insanity. I'm just... Whoa!
Oh, that's gonna kill.
Okay, see ya. Also, okay, I think my favorite thing about this game is how some of the combos are smooth... Oh, dead. Oh, wow, Emelia. Yeah, that literally didn't...
She's not even in critical
damage
yet.
So, we saw this a lot with Red's Quest, but some of the combos you do are smooth like butter, and they look so good. Like, the second the enemy's falling, they get slashed, or, you know, something like that, right? And some of them look so awkward.
Yeah.
Like, you have to, like, wait until... Hello?
It's
Double
like
slash always
it's
seems
like
pretty good.
Yeah, it's as simple as like if a combo starts with triple thrust, then it looks really cool. But if it ends with triple thrust, then it usually looks bad.
Yep.
And it's just like
Yes.
how them work.
Sometimes,
Them work.
Sometimes things also intelligent, lean, mean,
First
fighting
females.
machines. It's the Warden. He's a weirdo. You see him in another quest too. Ching.
Little known fact: the Warden is actually Waluigi.
Yep, true. What the heck was I just saying?
My wife, yeah.
I'm Emelia.
I don't even know what I was just
That's what
saying.
I'm wearing right
I
now.
lost it.
Nice. Is that also your hair?
Yeah.
Nice.
Everybody knows I have
This song. Why am I back here?
Beautiful,
Ren's gone.
luscious
You ready for
locks.
this? Da-da-da-da-da-da.
The
Masket of Man.
No! Who dat? Jumps. Emelia, no! In back.
Yeah, that's awkward. English.
So, this is Rufus. Annie. This is Gradius. By Konami. So, they're essentially, because they might not explain this super well, they're like an underground, I guess you would call it vigilante group, that essentially is like a Robin Hood almost. They like take down the big bad guys and they help out the small guys. But they're vigilantes. I know you know how incompetent they are. So, I still don't understand what cube is.
Not the
So
big,
Trinity
big company.
also okay. So they explain nothing in this game. Trinity is the big like I guess Shinra is the best way of putting it. It's like the big overarching like we're you know the Shinra I guess is the best way of putting it.
It's just a big tech corporation.
Yeah, the big tech corporation that has too much power. So Cube,
they don't even know what Cube is.
Yeah, it produces like unlimited energy, and I don't know why she knows about it. I don't really understand sometimes. So I have to talk to Emelia.
Annie. It's Annie.
So from what I understand, From what I understand, Annie and Liza got like put into prison on purpose to get Emelia out, because that's how it is. What are you going to do? Do you want to see my favorite thing in the world? Dot dot dot. Ready? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I could just do this all day. Okay.
That was good stuff.
So I have to go talk to Rufus and join his Gradius, because they don't even let you leave.
Oh, okay. So if you choose I'm out of here, you just...
Yeah, then you just walk around. Okay, so we have to do training, which is the worst. It's just such a waste of time. So this is the target practice, and
But Emelia's good with guns.
Amelia's good with guns. Yeah, gun tech. That's something I use.
Remember guns?
So there's gun tech, just like there's sword tech, and there's punching tech. I don't
hardcore.
I don't use guns,
Except for
like rockets.
Yeah, like
But that's only for like weak characters early in the game when you can't do anything else.
T260G with a bunch of mechs and hyper blasters.
Now that's fine.
That's fine.
But like someone who can actually learn abilities, no way. Is she seriously going to go 6 out of 6 here? My God.
Amazing.
I've never seen that before. And I actually really mean that. She normally misses like 4 of them.
You got psychic.
Maybe you can get real combat experience. So
Nice selfie.
this
Is your phone dying? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Heh.
heh.
Why are you saying hi to a camera?
So this is the first mission, which by the way doesn't prep you at all, right? Literally, all of a sudden you're in the Kurong sewers.
What? Where's Lisa?
Right, there's no Liza, but she will be there later. Luckily, these enemies are like...
I see Liza.
But it is, Liza. Also, 7 credits. Let's go. Okay, don't get into this battle.
So you say Tifa, right?
I say T260G.
You say Titus, right?
I say main character.
Yeah, technically Titus in Final Fantasy X doesn't even have a name because no one actually says Titus.
So stupid. First of all, it's Titus.
Nick, do you say Titus or Titus?
I say whatever makes people angrier, so
Okay.
usually Titus.
That's a really good way of doing it. By the way, do you want to know how short this mission is?
Why don't
Yeah.
you just say, like, fart butt?
Because that doesn't make people angry. It's it's too different.
Okay, so we're gonna go back and get our money, and then we're gonna recruit some people.
You should get Rouge.
We're gonna get Rouge, or we're gonna get Rufus. We're gonna get Liza.
Is it
who else do we
Rouge? I
get?
thought it was Rogue. I never paid attention.
It's blue. Like, Rouge is the antithesis of blue.
But there's red.
Yeah, hey, you want to see some excellent?
Red is not the antithesis of blue.
How is Rouge the antithesis?
Because
of
it
blue?
is. Because it sounds cool.
Here's some excellent writing here. Are you okay? Yeah, I am okay. That's it.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's the greatest. So yeah, that was a mission. That was mission number 2. So that's how fast some of these go. Well done, Annie.
See ya.
So one thing you can miss is you always have to talk to him and he'll give you money. And it's quite a lot. I think it was 500 the first one, and the second one's like 1,000. And our goal every single Saga Frontier mission is to get to 7,500, because once you have 7,500 credits, you can do the gold ignot trick. And, yeah, I'm going to do that every single time.
Yeah, I will say
The
that
what?
Saga Frontier, with how much things cost, if you couldn't do, like, some sort of, like, exploit, it would be such a pain.
Yeah,
That
so
is-
I do that every time. I literally do not even care. Would you like to hang out? Yes, please join my party. Thank you. Now, to get Rufus is kind of weird. You can't talk to him here, because again, this game makes no sense. It's one of those games, if you know how to do it, you know how to do it, and if you don't, you'll never figure it out. So, I'll invite her. We're gonna go get... Okay, I'm kind of spooked now that I think about
Wait,
it.
so your team's gonna be Emelia, Liza, Rufus, and Rouge, and who else?
Okay. No, I was worried there for a second because I was like, if I leave, do I get swallowed up by Panzer? Remember, if you're doing the rune quest, you get swallowed by Panzer.
yeah,
But
that'd
I'm
be cool.
not doing the rune quest because I didn't, like, sign up for it. You know, I have a rune. It's a weird case where you have a rune. In fact, it's the only one where you have a rune, but you don't do nothing about, or you're not, like, part of the quest. So, Rouge can join everyone except for, I think...
Are you gonna get Gen?
I couldn't get Gen last time, but I wasn't sure if it was glitched. Because you should be able to get Glenn as long as you're doing the arcane quest. Yeah, Glenn, right?
Isn't it Gen?
Or Gen, I'm sorry. You can get Gen as long as you do the arcane quest, but like
I like Glenn.
Glenn's a character in
Yeah, Glenn's the best character in Chrono Cross by like a mile.
I don't remember
Glenn's
Chrono Trigger.
Glenn's always used in speedruns.
Yeah, and it's really weird because Glenn is the best character in Chrono Cross by so much, but he is easily missable because you have to refuse Kid's invitation to like join up with you like 2 times in a row, and like how many people actually do that? And also you have to refuse. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. You have to refuse helping Kid get the antidote for her poison, which like who would do that? But like if you do that, you get Glenn, and he's the best.
Okay, so I think Rufus is right. Yep, he's right up there. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go talk to him, and he should join you up here, which would be nice. Because he's a decent character. He's not great by any means, but whatever. So yeah, this is where you would get one of the runes, but I do not feel like doing the rune quest right now. Here. Cool. So we have a team of 5. Now the goal is, if they allow me to not use Emelia, to take her out of there. She's the only character that I'm just like, I would rather not use you.
I mean, she's like good at gun arts, but guns in this game suck. So
we're gonna go definitely get loot, because at least loot is upgrade over her. And by the way, the only reason that you use loot in Loot's quest is he gets the least characters of anyone. Like, so many people refuse to be with Loot.